What's up, Foxwoods Fantasy Football League? Jay Gruden here, ex-head coach of the Washington Redskins, here to welcome you to the draft party, live. It's that time. I mean, look at my wall. I got Tyreek Hill and A.J. Brown. What if they're both there at pick number 8? Who do you take? What about A.J. Brown? What about Justin Jefferson and C.D. Lamb? What if they're both there at 2 and 3? Who do you take? Who's the first tight end taken? George Kittle or Brock Bowers? I don't freaking know. That's what you got to be prepared for. That time is now. It's coming right up, and it's so exciting. I got a few things to tell you, man. Right now, I want to introduce the players of this year's Fantasy Football League, the Foxwood Fantasy Football League. First of all, we have Brad and Cam. That's their second year in the league. And last year was not good, Brad and Cam. So I think we should change your name to Cam and Brad. How about that? You guys go by Cam and Brad. And if it doesn't work out, fire the guy with the mustache. If neither one of you have a mustache, fire Brad. That's just the way it goes. And then you'll do better, Cam. Get Brad. He's dead weight. We also have Allsop here. He's the only team to go worst to first in back-to-back seasons. And I like that. He's all in or nothing, man. If he doesn't win it all, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, who cares about second and third place? Either you're a champ or you're not. Allsop, get back to the championship. Best of luck to you. I like your style, man. Matt D'Aramo never has a plan until the draft starts. There's nothing totally wrong with that. And he always asks what the scoring settings are. You know, sometimes it's good to come in there cold turkey just to say, okay, who's available? What's the league rules? Bam. He must be pretty smart or pretty stupid. Matt, get your head together. Be a little bit more prepared this year. At least get a fantasy cheat sheet. We also have Dave Michaels here. Everybody welcome Dave Michaels. He never drafts without his middle school son anymore. He's gotten a lot better because of it. So, with that being said, middle school son, why don't you ask your dad to go out to the car, lock the door, keep him out there, and you just draft for him? You know what I'm saying? Middle school son's nodding his head, yeah, get my dad out of here. I'll do this. I got this. Yes, I got this. We also have Matt Lesher here. He's the reigning champ. He brings his buddy Craig with him to every draft, man. Is Craig there? Craig, are you there? Stand up. Don't be hiding, Craig. I know you're there. If you're not there, good, because he won the championship last year without you. If you are there, go to the car and leave, all right? Go with Dave, go to the car and leave, all right? Let Matt pick the team for himself, all right? Anyway, we also have Scott Schaefer here. He loves to trade his whole team after the draft for some reason. I mean, the draft is over. I'm going to trade my whole team, and he never waits until the end of the draft. I got news for you, Scott. The best players could be at the end of the draft. Not just kickers and defenses, but good-ass rookies. So pay attention to the rookies. And you're the only original player to have never been in a championship. Scott, you got to change your ways, man. That's all there is to it. It's a new year. It's not too late to change. So change. Everybody can change. I tried to change. Didn't work. Graham and Dave B., they're the only team to go first to worst from one year to the next. What can I say about that? I mean, I'm all in for either winning or it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's just the way it is. I think that you guys got to get better. You guys have come in first place before a lot more than a lot of these other teams can say, so it's hard to bash you. But Ryan, on the other hand, Ryan used to beat the dog crap out of you all the time. He's the commissioner. He's the reason you guys are all here at this restaurant or bar or house, wherever you guys are at. He says he used to beat the hell out of you, but now you got so much better, and he cannot finish the deal for some reason. He just can't finish the deal. Like a lot of things in life, he can't finish. But that's okay. But now I have to introduce to you the next speaker. The next speaker will be a guy that coaches football as well. He's a little heavier than me, won a lot more games than me, and he's won a couple Super Bowls. I mean, without further ado.
All right, fellas. Hey, it's Coach Reed here live from your fantasy draft. And, of course, I know you guys are at your local watering hole where championship dreams are born and crushed faster than the Browns' playoff run. Let's get this party started right with a little pep talk, all right? And maybe a few jabs just to keep everybody humble. I love jabs. All right, now listen, this league, it's built like a team, and just like any team, we've got all kinds of roles, all kinds of talents, and a few guys who probably shouldn't have made the final roster. You both know who you are, but that's okay. Hey, we're here to draft some fantasy greatness and toss back a few meatballs. And no, I'm not just talking about Schaefer. I'm talking about the entire league here. But let's start out with Schaefer, okay? Hey, buddy, you sell meatballs? That's perfect. because your draft strategy is exactly like your product. Saucy, full of filler, and you somehow always fumble the delivery. Well, don't worry though, buddy. Hey, we'll be watching to see which balls you drop this season. Okay, that's right. Oh man, that's a spicy draft pick. Hey, Diaramo, you're a travel agent, which makes sense because your fantasy team takes a one-way trip to the basement every year. Tell Mom hi. Hey, maybe this year you book yourself a round-trip ticket to relevancy, huh? Michael's product developer for Dick's Sporting Goods. Well, I get a lot of things at Dick's. Hey, that's fitting. You've been testing fantasy strategies for years, and somehow they all come out defective. At this point, your draft board belongs in the clearance bin next to the off-brand mouth guards, okay? Let's do a little better job. I mean, you should be the expert. Now, Allsock. You're in radiology engineering, which is wild because every year you manage to scan the entire draft room and still miss the obvious value picks. It's like your MRI machine only works on players who don't have bling and are already injured. I mean, you don't want any of that metal around that MRI, right? Kennedy, an elementary school teacher, God bless you. Hey, you manage a bunch of wild, unpredictable, often immature people, so honestly, fantasy football should feel just like a Monday morning at homeroom. All right, everybody stand up at attention. Let's go. Hands up. Except in this league, spelling Mahomes wrong on your roster still gets you beat by 40 points, right? Egler, in medical supply distribution, I like that. That's handy because, you know, your team needs a first aid kit sometimes by week 3 every season. Stock up, buddy. Those waiver wires can be brutal, especially with your draft history, okay? Let's do better. Come on. Olson, hey, Mr. Olson, that's right. Hey, mechanical designer, that's cool. Hey, you build things that actually function. If only your team, can follow that blueprint, every year you design something special, but by week 6, it's held together with duct tape, paper clips, and a prayer to the fantasy gods. I mean, come on. All right, Bellflower. All right, that sounds like a ship that came over with the Mayflower. You hire medical staff? Great. Maybe hire someone to resuscitate your draft strategy. Every year, your team flatlines faster than a kicker in the first round. Graham, I like you, Graham, mortgage lender. Hey, man, I'm going to call you, always calculating risk and value, and yet somehow every draft you refinance your dignity away by taking a defense by round 5. Hey, time to lock in that interest rate, buddy, on some W's this year, okay? All right, Lesher and Craig. I already referenced you two. Do you guys even work? Or aren't you just full-time fantasy liabilities? You've had so much time to study mock draft prep. And yet, here we are with ESPN Auto Draft already eyeing your roster like it's on a clearance rack. I mean, come on, guys. All right. Hey, I've had a little fun with you guys now, but I want you to listen up. This is your year to shine. Draft with confidence. Manage with swagger. Hey, trash talk like it's your job, and remember, when you feel like giving up, and I know a couple of you will, ask yourself, what would Coach Reed do? That's right. I'd eat a cheeseburger, regroup, and come out swinging, and hopefully I'd have 2 cheeseburgers by then. And just when you think this draft couldn't get any better. Oh, man. Hey, we've got someone waiting in the wings to announce your official draft order. Now, I'm not going to spoil it, but let's say, he is a Hall of Famer, a Super Bowl MVP, and the kind of guy who could motivate a statue to run a 4.40. Even all of you guys. All right, so sit tight. Grab a drink, tighten those chin straps, and get ready for greatness. This season starts right now. Let's go. With that, time's yours. Hey, I've got training camp to get to, guys. So I can't wait for the Zarda buffet. All right, guys, have a great time and have a fantastic fantasy football season.
Foxwood Fantasy. This blessing comes from Ryan, the commish. Foxwood Fantasy Football League. Listen, 2025, it's official. And here we go, the draft order. All right. Number 1, Graham St. Dennis. went from first to worst. I just don't know what happened. Cam Olsen, not a good showing for the first time in the league. Get better or get out. Brad Egler, think of toilet bowl. That's all I need you to think about, the toilet bowl. Ryan Kennedy, first time, toilet bowl champ. Matt, finally making the playoffs. Finally. Dave Michaels, keep your son with you at all times. Scott Schaefer, can you win? Just figure it out. Can you win? David Bellflower, Browns, yeah, you need a hug. Good luck. Matt Alsop, runner-up last year, but runners-up always watches the champ celebrate. You got work to do. Number 10, Matt Lester, the reigning 2-time champs. Somebody got to change that. Foxwood Fantasy, good luck.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight. It's a dangerous love affair. Who's gonna run this town tonight?
Yeah, I say that we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your